Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers from Geekazine. We're here in the West Hall at CES 2026, where we get to see all the autonomous, the driving, the cars, the tractors, the bikes, the everything like that. We're in front of, right now, this is the Waymo booth. And of course, you know Waymo from all the famous situations where the car stops. And of course, what happened in San Francisco during the power outage stopped all these cars. And so we're going to probably see some new models here. We're going to see some definite new products out there in the forms of autonomous driving, in the forms of agriculture. Check this out. We are at the Italia booth at CES 2026. I had to stop because the wife owns a Fiat 500e, and every time I see a Fiat 500e, I got to take a picture for it. But the coolest thing about this car is it does a lot more, and I could actually get this system possibly in the future for her car for autonomous driving. This is a idea from Italia at CES from IDA. It's artificial intelligence driving autonomous. And basically they set up this car with a retrofit LiDAR system right on top here. And as you can see, it's detachable. You can actually put it on, take it off. And the idea is this car is now autonomous. So you can sit behind the wheel and let the car drive you. Of course, there's probably going to be a little bit more technology and retrofitting that has to happen inside here. But they have the ability to now have this drive them around and, of course, take over the wheel if they need to take it over. So it's a really cool idea, because if you got an older car, like my wife's car, then you have the ability to retrofit and have your own autonomous vehicle driving you around. You can still be behind the wheel, so you can still take over whenever you want. And you can set this up. They have robo sharing, autonomous car sharing services and things like Brescia and multimodal public transportation in Milan. So you can get in one of these cars. In 2025, the team did set the world speed record for a fully autonomous car, reaching 318 kilometers an hour with a Maserati MC20 coupe at the Kennedy Space Center. This is from the SL Corporation Smart Optical Sensors, and this is a really cool robotic LiDAR for intelligent robotics and automation. So this is an industrial robot, and imagine this. You are waiting for your baggage at the carousel and it does not show up because it hasn't been offloaded on a plane. But what would happen if they could put this onto a robot and then have the robot come to you? So wherever you are in the airport, all of a sudden your luggage is there, maybe waiting for you after you get out of the exits and into that luggage area. So you don't have to walk around the carousel and find your luggage. It just comes to you and it's all good. That's this type of industrial robot that we're seeing here from SOS Smart Optical Sensors. So as you can see, we got cameras and sensors right on the front, and then of course luggage. And it doesn't have to be luggage at an airport. It could be packages at another situation, industrial or anything like that. Maybe you're at a warehouse and you want to have packages go from one end of the warehouse to the other. So the manager loads up the packages and says, take it to the other side of the warehouse. And this guy will take it, of course, to the other side of the warehouse where somebody's waiting to pick it up and put it onto a shelf. That way you don't have a runner going back and forth. You have a robot doing all of that. And that is from Smart Optical Sensors. All right, check this out. This is from Simbo Motors, and this is their two-seater drone plane. You have the ability to get in here and take a flight wherever. This is from Simbo Motors Group, and they have several different types of drone-based, copter-based planes here at the show. So we're checking this one out, and this is a two-person. So I think it's two people plus the pilot, so three-person total. And you have the ability to get in just like you would a regular helicopter. And check out these propellers up here, just crazy. And they have 8 total propellers. And here comes the small little robot from, this thing is actually scanning the plane to make sure that there's no problems with it. And once it sees that there's no damage, no scuffs to worry about, it'll continue on, look inside, look around. Probably there's going to be one that's actually going to check the electronics and make sure that everything's charged and the batteries are okay, things like that, and be able to give you a safe flight. And this is all from Simbo Motors Group. All right, check this out. You know, a couple of years ago, a lot of agricultural vehicles showed up at CES. And of course, since then, we've gotten more, better. And of course, with being autonomous, we have a lot of great vehicles that can do what you need to do, that are person-free, and give you that versatility that you have. This is the Kubota versatile robotic platform with bucket loader, and it's a concept platform that can transform a person to a wide range of tasks, from tilling to harvesting and across diverse crops and work sites. It's adaptable and it maximizes efficiency, and it has a multi-directional drive capability, collaborative autonomy through shared cloud intelligence, and machine-to-machine communication. So if you have several of these machines out in the field, you can communicate with them as you go. And so if one's right next to the other, maybe a couple rows across, at least they're not colliding into each other. This is the vBot, the vBot Superdog. It's a true-to-life integrated intelligent companion designed to operate seamlessly in real-world environments. So it can be an outdoor companion, which is great because let's see if you can get down on it. I don't know what it's doing. What's it doing? It's like, hello. That's just walking around. But anyway, it as an outdoor companion, what's really cool about this is if you get hurt on the trail, it can go get help. And it's always going to constantly ping signals to try and find something so it can contact somebody and get some help. And oh my God, look at this. There's another companion dog over there. Let's do that. Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm getting bombarded by dogs. Robotic dogs. No. There they are.
You can have some interaction.
He's going. So, they're interacting. The two are interacting with each other. You can't see that because you have this one back here, and then you have this one over here. They're interacting with each other. Hi. Hey, Papo. Oh, they're having a standoff. This is dog fighting. Oh, there you go. They're here they come. Here they come. So this is the vBot Super Dog. It's got a 5 ultra long battery life, full range perception, 14 degrees of freedom, and 240 watt Type-C charging. So you have the ability to get this charged whenever. Oh, it looks like they're getting ready to dance. Little Michael Jackson going right there. And there we go. That is the vBot Super Dog. Ooh, he's on his hind legs. We're at the Qualcomm booth, and the signal here is just atrocious right now. It's actually the first time at CES this year that I'm having problems with the connection, the Bluetooth connection between the camera and the phone. What this is the Dragonwing bird feeder. So basically, it's got a little camera inside, and then of course the bird feeder for different types of birds. And you can put it up high, and I'm assuming there's a solar panel that's over there that's got a battery on it. Oh no, that's a secondary camera, excuse me. So I'm assuming there's a solar panel or a way to actually power it up from there, so you can put it up in different spots and then get the birds as they're going. And then we're going to manually do this. This is the bird feeder, the smart bird feeder, delivering on-device AI for instant bird recognition, smooth 4K streaming, and seamless connectivity. So this is where they are showing it off. And then, of course, these are the cameras right here, a couple different types of cameras. And then down below, I think that's the power source from there. So this is once again, the Dragonwing bird feeder from Qualcomm. Here's one of the Waymo vehicles. This is a Jaguar. And of course, it's got all the autonomous LiDAR systems on there and other sensors. And of course, checking this out right here. And then up above, there's the LiDAR system right there. Somebody's getting in right now to see. I guess hopefully they're not driving off. But, you know, that would be kind of weird if that happened. And here we have the OJ 6th generation Waymo driverless vehicle. It is an all-electric vehicle equipped with the latest generation of the Waymo driver, the integrated facility. The facility is in Arizona, and you can see these in different cities, including Las Vegas, if you're in Vegas, of course. There's the back. So this looks like it can do airport runs and a lot more. Got 2-3 passenger shots. So once again, this is the OG from Waymo. Check this one out from Oshkosh. This is CES award-winning device. This is maybe the next generation of fire truck that we're seeing right now. And as you can see, we've got several different things. We've got the fire hose sitting right there. And then, of course, we've got cameras and LiDAR sensors and everything like that sitting on the top, lighting systems, everything. So the everyday hero can be part of this. We have the full fire rescue right here. And you can see we've got doors, I'm guessing, that they can automate to open and close if need to be. And then you can get to your gears. So the second that you stop that vehicle, it can start opening doors so you can get out and get the gear that you need. And especially if it's in an environment where there's smoke all around. I remember we had a fire where there was butter it was a warehouse full of butter, and that caused a lot of toxic fumes when it gone up back many, many years ago. And so being able to be ready the second you jump out of that vehicle is probably the most important thing. So look at that. Even the tires are just amazingly humongous. So this thing can go through all terrain. So I could see this on like the Jean Lake bed trying to go up the hill. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the back here. We've got, well, boom, look at that. Nice little ladder system ready for whatever you need in emergency services. There's inside the cockpit as they're exploring inside. Crazy stuff right there. And that's from Oshkosh. Your jet bike's arrived. That's what they're saying. This is from a company called Leoflight. And what this is a jet bike. It's the ultimate uncompressed tool for aerial exploration. So it's a jet bike. It's what you would see in Batman. It's what, not the colors, of course. But yeah, person goes right into the cockpit right there, 200 pounds. It could be a little bit heavier than that, but of course that's going to affect on all the flight times and all that other stuff. It's built around safety, and of course it's fully electric. You charge it at home. It's compact and portable, so put it in the back of a truck bed or on a trailer or something like that, and you're good to go. It's the propeller-free electric jet propulsion system. So those are not propellers, of course, but they are jets in there. 6.5 by 6.5 footprint with a roll hoop safety frame, home charging capability, stable low altitude, and it can get up to 60 miles per hour in speed and flight time about 10 to 15 minutes with about 80 decibels of noise. And the best part about this is this bike has the ability, you don't need a flight license to use this bike. And that's what's really cool about this right now. So I live in Madison, Wisconsin. It's an isthmus, so there's 2 lakes. Think about that. I could get on one of these and then fly to the other side of the lake and get off and then do what I need to do. So that's really cool what we've got right here with this jet bike. And of course, you can see the controls right there in the cockpit. And then, of course, the propulsion system right there. And then there's a little display right in front. This actually is $99,000, but with a little down deposit, you can order one right now. And they have that information over on their website. Check this out. This is from Alpinestars. This is the Tech Air deployment, and they're doing a demo. You can do a demo on this thing. So this is basically an airbag. If you're a biker, motorcyclist across, motocross or anything like that, you can wear this, and basically it will deploy an airbag system as they go. Can I smash this button?
100%, my man. Wait.
Oh,
We do it live.
we'll
Now
get
we
it.
can press the red.
All right, ready? Here we go. It's like, boom. Now, it's deployed a little bit slower than I was expecting, but, for any type of help with protecting you, I think this is very important for any type of biker, especially ones, because, having the helmet on is great, but you are usually, when you get in a bike accident, you're rolling over. So the more protection you have on your body without having like shoulder pads or anything on that will be detrimental here. Now, to deflate it, it just basically deflates on its own. So if it tests out, then you should be able to wear it again. But of course, you want to check it out, make sure that it does work so you can get back on the bike and have a tumble again. I actually had a friend that was on a regular mountain bike and they tumbled over it. Something like this would have been perfect for what they're using. So this is the Tech Air airbag system. And of course, they have several different types of airbag systems. Let's walk through the booth really quick. We have the R10 for this, looks like for motorbikes. Then the Tech Air 7X for road ready protection. We've got a couple over here. We'll let them talk. And then, of course, you can put your patch on the back because this one's leather. And then some off-road bike here. And then this one right here, that's a functional backpack with an integrated airbag harness and bike protection right there. And that's all from Tech Air. All right, a lot of innovation over in the West Hall. We saw drones, we saw everything. There's a crop drone. That was the one thing I wanted to talk about. This company that basically makes drones for spraying crops. And I have a friend that actually does this for a living now. And these drones are humongous. They have a short battery life, but they charge fast. And then you could just basically spray an area of the field. You set it down, you recharge, you do it again. And of course, there's a lot of things you have to worry about when it comes to doing this. Like for instance, the wind and the rain, how that's going to be affecting the crops, the crop spray that you're going to be doing. Because if it rains like 5 minutes later, you're basically washing away everything that you just did. So saw a lot of that. We saw a lot of autonomous cars like this guy. Just a lot of great stuff. Even the bird feeders from Qualcomm. Qualcomm's doing a lot of great stuff in getting the technology into your phones, into your cars, into whatever. And I remember when I first talked to them many years ago, and they had this idea that even streetlights will have the ability to talk with the cars, to have the curbs talk with the cars and the people to make sure that you're all safe. That is just amazing, because then you can have that fully autonomous car. It can drive and can do it safely. It won't turn into a lake and it won't hit into a person. We've had our problems, as we know, with what would happen with Waymo and things like that. But the bottom line is that we're getting safer, we're getting better autonomous vehicles. And that's what CES 2026 is showing us, all of this autonomous stuff here. So anyway, we got more over at CES 2026. Jeffrey Powers from Geekazine. You can go over to geekazine.com or youtube.com/Geekazine, where you can like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you know when the next video comes out. For me, for the West Hall, Jeffrey Powers, we'll see you next time. You guys geek out and stay autonomous.